Yo guys, this is Tu Hayao. This video is gonna be about trials this season. Specifically, I'm gonna go over the Destroy Tick trial. I want to say this is not my score, by the way, but this I've been talking to the person that have been doing this score, and I've been going over the routes with him, how he achieved to get 103k. I want to say obviously this is only possible with a trio. I will very quickly close this one, but you can see like he managed to get 103k. He said that this was a very lucky run because obviously you have PvP you have to keep in mind. You also have like spawn rates you have to keep in mind. You have to be lucky that people are not running your routes. Nobody else is killing ticks. So 103k is very lucky and it's very hard to achieve the score. But he said that he achieved around 95k plus multiple times. So between 95k and 100k is definitely achievable with a trio. I will very quickly open the map here in the game to show you how it's done. And then I will try to head into Stella Montis in a raid and try to run through the spawns so you guys can see. So you're gonna be wanting to load into Stella Montis and you want to make sure that it's a night raid. So basically, one person of your squad is going to be running the medical area. This room here have tick spawns. This room here on top have tick spawns. The same does this room here on top. And then if you go to the other layer below, okay, you can't see it, but you know, if you run down the stairs, little stairway here, then this room underneath here have tick spawns. That is the medical. That is the medical one. Then over here, you have tick spawns in cultural archives, in this room here and in this room here, and they also spawn all the way down the hallway here. And you also have a tick spawn by the end here. Then up here in the business center, you're gonna have spawns here. In the business center, you're also gonna be having like some spawns here, tick spawns here, and then you have tick spawns inside the communications area. Specifically on the roof, but sometimes they drop down, so you will also be wanting to look at it on the floor. In the reception here, you're gonna have them. Basically, actually, if you look at that image, you're gonna have them in that specific room in the image, right where you have those like sensors that starts beeping when you run through them, like the way this hallway here where you run through the sensors, and then you will also have it in this room here specifically. Sometimes the ticks run around a little bit in this area here, but basically you hit through cultural archives. You take the zip line up, run through here, then you check this room, and then you take a right turn here, and you should be able to hear the ticks, and then they're gonna be sitting here. What you do then on this route as well is you go into the lobby. And then what I did is I placed a zip line from this angle here over to this edge here. So you zip line across here, and then you're gonna have tick spawns right here where I'm hovering my mouse. And they can also spawn down this little stairway here. So you go here, run down the stairway, then you go back, then you zip line back over here, and then you run through communications. You check the roof here, as I just explained before, and then you go back into the cultural archives and reset here, and then that's a loot route here, and that should be covering all the tick spawns. And then the last person is gonna be running the seed vault, because seed vault have like a huge amount of tick spawns, and they're gonna be running from seed vault all the way over here at the western tunnel. Right here, you're gonna be having ticks sitting at the roof on the lower layer in the western tunnel, right when you pass by the metro. So seed vault and this for the last person, right? I'm gonna try to head into a game now. Hopefully I can manage to I'll just do nothing on my loadout. I hope I can get into like a friendly lobby, and then I'll try to cover as many of the tick spawns as I possibly can without dying. Hopefully I'll get lucky that people don't shoot me, but let's see. And with this route, you should be able to achieve, as I said before, around 70 plus. And if you get a good run uncontested where nobody else is doing ticks, you should be able to get at least like 90, 95k, 90 to 95k, and even 100 plus k if you get like extremely lucky that nobody else is killing your ticks, and you're able to run your route freely as well, right? So I'm loading into the game here. I'm gonna try to stay friendly. Okay, so we actually spawn at the communications room, right? I showed you before, but this room here, I'll just shoot this tick here. Oops. You see here, ticks are sitting at the roof here, and they get that there is usually like 4 tick spawns. I can spot 3 here, but there can't be 4, right? So after you clear out those, you wanna take it like run through this vent, go up here. Then you wanna make a right out of the vent. You make a right here. Now you're gonna go into the seed vault. What you're gonna do here is you're just gonna drop down to the seed vault layer here. Oh wait, actually let me drop all the way down. I'm just gonna run through the seed vault. The seed vault is gonna be by the end here. Hopefully nobody is here. I'm just gonna be spamming no shoot. You can see seed vault is closed right now, right? But basically you wanna find the battery to open the seed vault. I'm assuming you guys knows how to do that. It can be in different locations. I'm friendly. You go into the seed vault and basically you clear out all 3 hallways can contain. All 3 hallways can contain ticks. After you do that, right? You go into the cultural archives, and ticks can basically be sitting here. They can also be sitting all the way down the hallway, but usually you're gonna enter the hallway from here, from that zip line, and then you're just gonna run here. You see, I can even hear ticks now. There's 1 here. There can be 3 to 4 tick spawns in this room alone. And then you wanna actually move over to the other side. Check that little area over there. And then you want to check this room here. You see, I can hear them sitting around here. They're sitting here now, but they can also spawn inside that little room. Then you want to make it down here. You can see there's also 1 sitting there. And they're sitting here, and they're sitting here and here. So this is actually a pretty good run to showcase. I'm gonna wait for this one to go, and now I'm just gonna go up. I'm not gonna kill them this round. I'm just gonna show you guys where they spawn. Then you make your way up here. Up in the business lounge. Ticks can be sitting here. I'm friendly. You can see there he's killing ticks over there, but they can be sitting here.
Don't shoot.
And I'm gonna run over here. They can also be sitting here. Usually they're gonna be sitting around this area or in this roof. But you should be able to hear them when you run past here, right? You run through here. And now we need to make it all the way over to the other side here. This is, by the way, the spot where I would usually put a zipline when I'm doing the actual run. I put a zipline from here to here, so you can just jump fast across there. I'm friendly, guys. I'm just passing by. I don't want any loot. I'm just doing a little quest here.
Don't shoot.
I'm friendly. Okay, and here in this roof here, there can be sitting ticks, and they can also be down here. Now we don't have any tick spawns, but they can be sitting down here in this room here. And I think I covered everything there actually. Yeah, I did. So that's basically the entire right side of the map. The only thing I missed is if you switch layers here on the seed vault. When you go to, actually I can go down. I can go down there to show. Hold on. How is the easiest way to get? Yeah, I'm just gonna drop down to the lobby metro here. And drop down again. Boom. Over here, you're gonna be seeing ticks as well. They should be sitting around this area here. In the roof. They can be sitting all the way from here and down to here. There is no spawns right now. But I'm also not on the night raid. Keep in mind that on night raid you have different spawns than on day raid. So this is why you're not seeing any ticks here, by the way. I'm gonna see if I can make it to the last. I'm friendly, I'm just passing by, bro. Let's see if we can make it past this bastion without dying. We can, that's good. I hope people over in medical are friendly as well, because then I can actually show you every single spawn on the map. And the ticks usually spawn between 2 to 3 minutes, maybe 4 sometimes. And it also depends if people are in the rooms. Ticks cannot appear if somebody is in like close proximity of the spawn. So that's also why it's kind of luck based, because if people are running around in your route, then
Hey, don't shoot.
I'm friendly, then they won't spawn. Ticks can be sitting here in this room here as well. Sometimes they walk inside this room, and then they can. I heard a tick there, so there is a tick back there now, and also ticks can be here.
Don't shoot.
You see, there is even a dead tick right here, right, and also right out there. They usually spawn here. You can see there is one sitting there. They spawn inside this room, and then the last place I'm gonna show you. Oh, actually, wait. I forgot a spot. Let me go back here real quick. This room here is very inconsistent, but I did experience multiple times that ticks have spawned in here. Here, you can see, yeah, there is a tick there, and sometimes there is 3. You see there is actually 3 this time. 3 ticks can spawn inside this room, and then you run across here. I'm gonna close this behind me. And this is the last place ticks can spawn. You can see 1, 2, 3 ticks in here, right? Oh, yep. So basically, this is actually a really good run. I was able to showcase every single tick spawn on the entire map on Stella Montis Night Raid. So you just need to divide those locations into 3 people when you're running trios, obviously, right? That's the most optimal way to do it. Come here, you little bastard. Yeah. And then you should be able to push a score of 90, 80, 100k, depending on how lucky you are with PvP. Because obviously medical area and also the route here, cultural archives, business center, even when you have to run through the lobby here, they're very contested areas. So it's also about being lucky that nobody else is doing ticks and nobody is kind of running in, in your in your route and blocking your spawns. Even if you get unlucky, people will be killing the ticks when they run past, even if they're just looting. So keep that in mind and just keep going. Also, a little tip I want to say is sometimes it makes sense to load into a night raid, let's say 5 minutes before the night raid event ends, because when the night raid timer goes to 0, nobody else can be joining the night raid. So if you join into a game where there is, let's say, 2 to 5 minutes left of a night raid and you happen to end up in a fresh lobby, you know that after those 2 to 5 minutes have passed, every single team dying in your lobby, there is no chance of new teams spawning in, which means less PvP, less chances of people destroying your ticks. Overall, it's just going to give you a smoother run. But it is also risky because it is the last run, So keep that in mind, and thank you for watching this video. I will try to be uploading some more videos trial related, so people can achieve some better scores. And I hope to see you around on the channel. Please make sure to like, subscribe, share it with your friends if this was helpful, and take care out there.